Yes, friends, the story begins with Cara Durant, an adventurous girl who's a travel blogger, having roamed the world writing tales of small towns. Back from Vietnam, the biggest news in her life, her first book's advance check in hand. Woohoo! Imagine your dream book sells, and with that money, you buy the childhood dream house. Yes, Ridgerist Manor, a magical riverside home where Cara and her mom Annie used to picnic as kids. Cara's on the phone with Mr. Doval. Yes, we're moving in tomorrow. I'll remember the furnace switch is in the crawl space. And then? Oh, a little accident. Cara bumps into someone and falls on the street, and that guy? Riley. Hot, handsome engineer type who says, "After you." Cara feels a bit awkward, but deep down, a spark. Have you ever felt that? When a stranger helps you, and your heart goes, wow. Then Cara heads home with her mom and sister Leanne. Mom Annie says, "Hi honey, missed you." And Leanne? She runs the cafe and spots Riley. "Hi new guy. Roast beef on rye." Ha, mischievous smile in Leanne's eyes. Cara says, "Mom, I sold my book." Everyone's jumping with joy. Congratulations. And Cara says, "Come on, let me show you what I bought." Oh friends, here's the real magic. They enter the house. Wow, it's incredible. The Duval's old photos, wraparound porch, river view, everything perfect. Cara says, "Mom, you stay here. I'll take the upstairs apartment." Mom hesitates a bit, but Cara insists, "You've done everything for us. Now it's my turn for you." Leanne jokes, "And me? Chopped liver." Ha ha ha. Everyone's laughing, hugging. This is that family moment we all crave. But wait, the story doesn't end here. The next day, move-in day, Cara's excited. This is our dream. Mom says, "Imagine fresh veggies from the garden to the cafe." Leanne adds, "You're hosting movie night now." Everyone's happy, but suddenly, construction noise. Drilling truck horns. What the hell? Cara rushes outside and sees Riley and his team. Riley says, "It's you." Cara shouts, "What's going on?" "This is my property." Riley explains, "This is city property, leased by Power Gen Company. Hydroelectric dam." Cara's shocked. "Approved last year?" "Here." No community meeting. No one in town knows. Cara says, "I've waited 34 years for this house. How can I write my book with this noise?" Riley feels sorry but says, "I'm just the engineer. Talk to the mayor." He hands her his card. "I'm Riley. Nice to meet you again." Cara retorts, "This won't last long." The next morning at the cafe, Leanne says, "Need help with that?" Cara replies, "Yes, fine. They're building a hydro dam right in front of our house." Leanne's shocked. Why hasn't anyone heard? Cara says, "No idea, but this is bad. River tourism businesses all gone." Then Leanne's boyfriend Ben joins. Mutiny on Main Street. Haha, imagine small town folks hitting the streets against the dam. Cara says, "Riley said they had a community meeting, but no one came." Everyone decides, "We won't roll over." Cara dashes to the mayor's office. "Stop this train before it leaves." Wow, entry into Mayor Burns' office? Super funny. The secretary's busy on the phone. Yes, mailing address is 4192 Main Street. Cara enters. "Hi, Mayor. I bought Ridgerist Manor, but now this dam?" Mayor says, "Oh, sorry, it was last minute, posted on the website." Cara fires up. "Website? That's shoving it under the rug." Mayor explains, "Overflow pool on County Road 9, but downstream will dry up, tourism over." Cara says, "I've seen towns like this in my blog. Property values drop, businesses close." Mayor says, "Adjustment meeting in 2 weeks, we'll vote." Cara replies, "Great, I'll be there with evidence." Outside, Cara says, 2 weeks? Not much time, but let's get the word out. Flyers, email to Nadia. Bingo hall for rumor spread. But friends, here's the real twist. Leanne says, "Get the man on your side, the power company." Mom Annie adds, "He tips 20%. Cara's cynical. What's in it for him? Then the smart idea. Make a case for the town, offer an alternative location. Make it profitable. Leanne says, "Start with the sandwich, bribery works." Haha, classic sister advice. Cara heads to Riley's site. "Hi boss, got a minute?" Riley says, Yes, Kara. Kara pitches. Mayor said plead my case at the meeting, but it's a dog and pony show. Show you around town. Make you see the impact. Riley asks, is it about your view? Kara's serious. No, it's about the town. People lose jobs, homes. The river is our heart. Riley's impressed. Okay, let's try. Tomorrow 9 a.m. Kara adds, unlimited sandwiches for your time. Woohoo, bribery working. Now the writing scene, Kara's scribbling in her book. Morgan did her best to ignore him, but how can her body know him? Suddenly, editor Marianne calls, sit with your discomfort. Romance is outside your comfort zone. Kara says, okay, I'll try. The next day, construction starts early. Kara rushes over. Stop. Permit says 24th, not 4th. Riley says, what? I'll call my boss. On the phone, Mr. Gallagher, mix up, people are strong-willed. Gallagher says, call it off. Kara's relieved. Thank you. Now, ready for our tour. Riley says, let me change, be right back. Town tour? Absolutely magical. Riley says, Grand Central of Winfields, grocery, antiques, autos, deli. Kara whispers, don't tell Leanne, but best Italian sub. Riley shares, I was an army brat, moved around, no staples. Kara says, my mom moved us too, making it fun. Then Nadia's ice cream shop, mystery shake on the house. Riley tastes it, really good. Kara says, she hands out free to everyone, laying on the thick. Haha, sympathy building working. Then walk to the river spot, beautiful. Tourists by day, teens at night. Kara says, this spot's a draw, but the dam will change it. I write about similar towns in my blog, Winfield's Wanderer. Riley's impressed. Cool. Tomorrow noon at your place. Oh, next day, canoeing adventure. Riley says, best way to see the river. Kara in camp counselor mode. Keep your tailbone glued. Riley shares, I fished in Arkansas. Kara says, that's Nadia's place. We lived there, frog catching. Then the special spot. We packed coolers, swimming and fishing. Kara shares her prom story. Guys threw a fish in our boat. It got caught on Leanne's life jacket. I dated him 7 years. Riley laughs. Dumb decisions in youth. Kara says, I've been flying solo lately. Riley shows the dam plan. Downstream dries up in summer. Kara says, Nadia's house is her retirement. Property values drop. Riley says, I hear you. Let's help at the meeting. With Pete, Riley does a secret site check. Moving the dam? Pete's worried. Gallagher will fume. Kara shows the map. Holland's land no. O'Reilly's suit messy, but Tarsun trail perfect. They go take core samples. Good mix. Kara takes photos. Great work, Captain. Riley says, dinner? My treat. Kara says, come over tomorrow with Leanne and Mom. Dinner night. Mom says, you look gorgeous. Leanne teases, you're nervous. Kara denies, nope. Mayor arrives, town treasure. Dinner chicken, Riley says, good for you too, moving the dam. Mom says, hope it's not a lost cause. Riley assures, we'll make a good case. On the porch, Kara says, this window, I dreamed of writing here. Riley offers, offer to read your book. Suddenly Gallagher calls, boss is in town. Riley leaves, see you tomorrow. Have you heard from Riley? Leanne says, no, but he'll come through. But Mom Annie senses, feelings going sideways. Kara says, I know, but he's invested. Oh, but backstage? Riley tells Gallagher, I tried to present the best solution. Gallagher's furious. You undermined a year of work. It's too late, moving ahead as is. Riley pitches, new site more profitable, lab results. But Gallagher says, you're giving false hope. Pack your things, next flight out. OMG, backstab. Pete called Gallagher on Riley. He was going to find out. Riley says, it wasn't just about the girl. But Pete defends, I got loans to pay. Heartbreaking, right? Ever happened to you when you trust someone and, bam. Now the main event, adjustment meeting. Everyone gathered, Mayor says, each party 10 minutes to present. Vote by majority. Gallagher starts, Over 60 years experience, innovative dams. Kara waits for Riley, but he doesn't show. Meeting begins. Kara says, I'll represent the company alone today. She gives her speech. I've traveled 10 years, written about small towns like ours. Silver Hills, dam came. Tourism tanked, businesses closed. Numbers versus real change. Chop the roots off a tree. Gallagher interrupts. Objection. Wishy-washy metaphors. Mayor says, continue. Kara proposes, move to Tarsun Trail, 20 minutes downstream, save the town. But Gallagher says, no assessments done? Reliable source. Kara says, I was assured. Townspeople support. Our business is at risk. But Gallagher says, irresponsible to postpone over one citizen. Vote. All in favor of postponing. All in favor of moving forward. Dam goes ahead. Kara's devastated. I'm sorry, Mom. Mayor says, sorry, Kara. Leon asks, where's Riley? Kara says, I don't know. Maybe change of heart. Oh, friends, heartbreak mode on. Kara at home rewrites her book. She should have seen it coming. The zing was a warning. Mom says, don't let Riley ruin your book. Kara says, it's not about him. Not every couple ends together. Mom says, talk to him. But Kara shuts down. Riley comes by. I'm sorry, I didn't bail on purpose. Boss kicked me off. Kara's angry. You let us down. How would I know? We barely know each other. Riley says, there's something real between us. Kara says, you threw in the towel. Riley leaves. I would never leave you hanging. Kara heads to the river. Last few hours before they start. Tears rolling, right? That moment when love hits straight to the heart. Then editor Marianne calls. Thrilling, but couple must end up together. It's possible. Kara says, that's not real life. Marianne says, don't be cynical, reconsider. Kara bakes cookies. Mom says, you love him, go get him. Kara worries, what if it doesn't work? Wasted time. Mom says, it's never for nothing, the Duvals did it. Kara goes to the site, but Pete says, Riley left for Chicago last night. Kara heartbroken. Too late. Back home, finishes the book. Morgan found relief at work, but at night, the wave crashed. Final chapter. They knew the odds, but the deep knowing tied them together. Mom says, you must be relieved. Kara says, thank you. Mayor at the cafe, excellent work. Riley found discrepancies in assessments, permits void. Project on hold, review new site. Kara shocked. Really? Everyone cheers. Holy smokes. Kara, excellent work. Riley discovered discrepancies in the environmental assessments, permits void. Power gen project on hold, review the new site. Kara's shocked. What? Riley. Everyone cheers. Holy smokes, awesome. Leon says, I knew he'd come through. Kara thinks to herself, how? He left for Chicago. But inside, a hope spark ignites, like the river's flow returning. Ever had that moment in your life, right? When everything feels over, and suddenly twist. Oh, now the main magic. Riley comes back. Kara standing at home, sudden doorbell. You came back. Riley says, I have a few things to clear up. Kara says, apparently, I heard they're moving the dam thanks to you. Riley explains, Gallagher buried an environmental assessment that flagged this area. I brought it up to head office, pitched our plan, sold them on it. Kara amazed, really? You told me you wouldn't let it go. Riley smiles, you're welcome. Kara feels sorry. I'm sorry I was so harsh before. I was mad and not ready to listen. Riley says, I know, I understand. Now the real heart-to-heart, Kara says, the truth is, when I moved back here and bought this place, I was focused. Things to accomplish. No time for love. But then I met you. You're such an incredible guy, funny and smart and sweet. You took me by surprise. I never expected to fall for you, but I did. Riley smiles. I know you're moving back to Chicago. I understand if it won't work. But Riley says, Kara, I'm not going anywhere. They put me in charge of construction on the new location. I came back to make sure they're moving the trailer out of your way, and of course to see you. Kara shocked. Really? Riley says, Come on, Kara. You know how I feel about you. I haven't exactly kept it a secret. Now, let me take you to dinner, my treat. Kara laughs. Heads is pretty good. Oh, is it now? Music swell. Screen with kiss animation or hug. Wow, friends, that's the end of the story. Kara keeps her dream house. The town is saved. The book gets published, and love? It flows on like the river. From the start, dream buying, shock, fight, loss, and victory. It teaches you that in real life, romance isn't comfortable, but it's worth it. What did you think of this journey? Happy ending perfect? Like, if Kara Riley is your favorite couple, comment your favorite moment from the whole series, and subscribe for more such stories. Thank you so much for joining this journey. You guys make it magical. Love you all. See you in the next adventure. Bye-bye.